Today's video is going to be on the shorter side. We're going to be going over how to duplicate items on Switch 2 using a glitch called Midair Throw Duplication, or MTD. This dupe is pretty easy to pull off, and it can be done basically anywhere. The only things that you'll really need to do it are the item that you're trying to dupe and something that you can jump off of. First off, this dupe will only work on items that can be thrown. It will also work just fine with items that break or explode on contact, like bombs or gems. Second, it's important that you only have one of the item you're trying to dupe. If you have any quantity higher than one of it in your inventory, it will not work. So with all of that set, go ahead and find yourself something to jump off of. As a rule of thumb, you want the surface you're jumping from to be at least 1.5 times Link's height, but the higher up that you are, the easier this is going to be. Now, there are two different ways that you can go about doing this, with 2 menus or with 3 menus. For 2 menus, start by holding down R, then selecting the item you want to dupe with D-pad up. Now jump off your platform in any direction, and once Link has started to fall down, hold D-pad up to open the item menu. For this next part, you want to close the D-pad menu, then release R when Link's arm is between here and here, then open the D-pad up menu again after his arm is done moving. If you've timed all of this right, you should now have the option to drop the item from the D-pad menu. Press X to drop it, and you should see one of the items get thrown and another one fall to the ground. For 3 menus, we're going to start the exact same way. Select your item, then jump off and open the D-pad up menu once Link has started to fall down. Like before, we're going to close the D-pad menu, but this time we're going to reopen it when Link's arm is between here and here. While this menu is open, release R, then close the D-pad menu and bring it back up. If you've timed everything right, you should now have the option to drop the item from the menu. Press X, and like before, you should throw one and drop another. Like I mentioned earlier, this can also be done with fragile items that explode or break on contact, and you only need to modify the steps a tiny bit for it. All you need to do is, during the last menu, before you press X to drop the item, simply hold R again. Now, when the item drops, you'll still be holding the one that's in your hand. Then all you need to do is just throw it up at a comfortable height, then recall the item and immediately cancel it. It should just fall to the ground, completely safe. Now, there are 2 little extra bits of information that I want to talk about before we wrap up the video. First is that this dupe can only be used up to a total of 21 of your item. 21 is the max number of items that the game will allow on the ground, and since we need 1 of it in the inventory for this to work, you're limited to that 21 item cap. This can technically be bypassed with a glitch called dispenser storage, which I have covered in past videos, but it's no longer really relevant thanks to the other point that I want to talk about. And that second point is that this dupe pairs incredibly well with another dupe called Split Item Duplication, or SID. That glitch relies on having a stack of just 1 edible item for every use, so MTD works wonderfully for supplying that consumable item. If you want to learn more about SID, I've covered it in this video here on screen. A link for that will be down in the description. But that covers everything. Thank you to this month's channel members, and as always, thank you for watching. Streams are happening mostly on Twitch now, so follow me over there if you want to catch those. Discord and socials are down in the usual place. I'm sure you know where to find them, but that's all from me. I'll see you in the next one.